Hello everyone, it's me, Nikki. This is 2 of 4 TBRs for 4 different readathons. And this is for the Trope-ical Readathon 2022. I've done this one before, but I don't know if I did it last year or in 2020. So yeah, but I know I've done this before. I'm on Team Fantasy. There is Team Sci-Fi, Poetry, Nonfiction, Mystery, Thriller, and Romance maybe. But I'll link everything down below. This is for the whole month. And this one is a bit bigger than the Greek Godathon because there's more prompts. But I do have some books on a lot of the TBRs. They've like crossed over. So I will start with the Team Fantasy prompts. There's 3. There's 2 team challenges and then like a team book, but I don't do the team book. There's 2 options. I don't have either book, so I'm skipping that. The first team challenge is The Woods. Read a book where the woods or forests are heavily featured. And I am picking The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien, obviously. And I'm not sure. I mean, I know there's the part where they meet the Ents. But I don't know. And they're in the forest and they meet Gandalf. I've seen the movie, but in the movie it's a short bit, but they're probably in the woods more than The Two Towers. And this is the movie version of the covers. And then when you line them up, you have all 9, however many people in the Fellowship. So, and this is the second one. I can't wait to read about Helm's Deep. I don't know if it'll be as cool as the movie, in all honesty. So, there's that. Where's the first one? Nope, that's the wrong book. The next is, read a book featuring the quest trope, and I am finally getting around to my ARC copy of The Black Tongue Thief. I don't know. So the stuff on the back is just quotes. Here we go. Kinch owes the Takers Guild a small fortune for his education as a thief. And his jet has driven him to lie in wait to rob people, but he picked the wrong mark. Galva, a knight, is searching for her queen, so now they go off together to do that and go on an epic adventure. So, that's all I know about it. I do like the cover though. It's a very nice cover. Okay, and now on to the tropes that everybody can do, no matter your team. The first one is absent or dead parents trope. Oh, and all the tropes have a alternate. So if you can't find like an absent dead parents trope, there's another one. But mine is Goddess in the Machine. We just talked about it in the other video. Andra wakes up 1,000 years after she went to sleep, and everyone she knew, including her family and parents, are dead. Okay. Something on the back of the book. Love triangle trope. I have, let me see. I have Fire and Heist for that, but I'm not 100% sure if there is one. I just sort of assumed there was because she has a boyfriend who broke up with her, and then she gets a hand-picked crew. So I don't know. And it's also a YA, and I sort of assume all YAs have a love triangle. So, I might actually look it up and change it, and find out, because I'm not 100% sure. Next is a bookish themes trope, which I don't have any. So my alternative is to read a book you predict will be 5 stars. That is The Crimson Campaign. I believe I put the first one as 5 stars, and I doubt the second one will disappoint, because it's just gonna be the same, but like more of it and more tension and more drama. Love that in a book. Next is a platonic partnership trope. And I have Homeland because of Drizzt and his panther, whose name I cannot remember. But I just know they're basically platonic life partners. So. Next is a food theme trope. I don't have any, so I'm reading a meaty book that is over 500 pages. And that's going to be The Wheel of Time, Book 1, The Eye of the World. I've got the first 3 for Christmas. And this is in lovely paperback, so it is much easier to read than a little mass market paperback. But yeah, I'm excited. This is 744 pages, and then this little bit just seems to be a glossary and the prologue for the second book. So, but that's going to be a good one. Next is a Blast from the Past trope, which I don't have, or read a book written before the year 2000, and that is going to be, oh god, Islands in the Net. This was written in 1988, was the first edition. I was 3, so I'm older than this book. But this is a cyberpunk novel. This is my first one. I have another one, but this will be my first one, so I'm super excited about that. I love cyberpunk. I think I've talked about it before, so I'm excited. And it is about Laura Webster, who I assume is that woman. She's a bright young star in a multinational conglomerate. Information is power. Data is locked in computers and carefully rationed. Full access is a privilege held by the few, of course. And now Laura is about to be plunged into another world of black market, data pirates, new age mercenaries, high-tech voodoo, and murder. So, yes, excited. I'm super excited for that. The next trope is mixed media, or read an audio book or an ebook. I don't have any mixed media books, and there's no... I could read an audiobook or an ebook. I do actually have some things that were sent to me that I could read on the computer, and maybe I'll read one of those. But I am actually trying to get my physical TBR down, so I don't know. I do plan on reading the other books that aren't physical some other time. So, yeah. Anyway, next is a post-apocalyptic trope. Probably Islands in the Net. I don't know. I don't know would count, but I don't really have any. Those aren't my favorite types. So I'm going to alternatively read a comfort read, which is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Book 1, The Lightning Thief. I have read this before. Apparently it is a rock musical, but I bought all 7? Is that how many there are? Books for Christmas. So I'm going to start over and then read the whole series. Okay. Next is the found family trope. I have Shadow's Return, which is the 4th, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this month, because it's pretty thick. So I might switch it with Trader's Moon. So we'll see what happens. But it's just part of the Night Runner series about Alec and Sir Gil and the shit they get up to. A morally gray protagonist or anti-hero trope. I am going with the classic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. I've not read this before, but I've seen maybe like bits and pieces of a movie, or just probably through pop culture osmosis. Captain Nemo seems to be your anti-hero type. It is 1866, not when he wrote it. I don't know when he... 1869 to 1870. So, anyway, this book is set in 1866, and the Pacific Ocean is being terrorized by a deadly sea monster. Kaiju. U.S. government dispatches Pierre Aronnax. Like, that sounds like a French name. Obviously, Jules Verne is French, but okay. Whatever, Jules. And then a ship is sunk by the creature. He and 2 other survivors discover that the monster is the Nautilus, commanded by brilliant but bitter Captain Nemo. And then he's like, no, you guys can't go back. You're stuck here. And he takes them on a series of fantastic adventures. Underwater. And I assume they eventually get out to tell the story. So yeah, because were submarines invented? I feel like they had some sort of underwater thing in the Civil War, but probably not like submarines. So of course, again, Jules Verne invents things with that brilliant mind of his. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. I had another copy, but I decided to keep this copy. Oh, there's so many books. Next is the multiple POVs trope. Which is Babylon's Ashes, number 6 in The Expanse. It usually, like here, it'll say who's the point of view it's from. Each chapter is different. So, yeah, this is just, again, a continuation of the series. Shit happened in book 5, and it is, it's not great. I think I talked about it kind of in a January wrap-up. But the line is, fires in the dark, a revolution brewing for generations has begun in fire. It will end in blood. So, and once again, James Holden and his crew are sort of like in the middle of it, and yeah. It's not going to be pretty. I think it's going to get progressively... I mean, the first book wasn't even like happy-go-lucky sci-fi, so yeah, it's not going to be great. The next is The New Kid in Town trope, or read a genre you don't usually read. I'm picking In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. This is a thriller mystery, and I do read mysteries more than thrillers, but I don't usually read contemporary mysteries, so that's why it's a little different. And this is a group of people. It doesn't tell me what it's about. Let me see if I remember. I think I read like the first chapter to see what was happening. I think it's a group of people who maybe used to know each other in college or something, and they meet up in the woods, and then somebody murders them one by one. So, and Reese Witherspoon says I'll be scared. So, I don't know. And it is a thriller. Oh, I hope it's not really scary. I'll have to read it during the daytime. And the last one. Like I said, it's a lot. Specifically for a trope-ical readathon. A retelling trope, or read a book that has been adapted into a TV show and or film. And I have King of Scars. Now, technically, King of Scars has not been made into a TV show, but it's in the Grishaverse, and that has been made into a TV show. They did season 1. I think they're doing a season 2. I haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting for Nikolai. That's who this is about. He shows up in book 2 of the original trilogy, and I love him so much. And this is about him and Nina and Zoya. And just stuff happening after the trilogy and the duology. So, I can't really tell a lot because it spoils for the other books. But yes, I'm ready for that. I read a little bit, but I think I just binged the whole trilogy and duology, and I was like, ugh, I gotta take a break, and then I just never got back to it. My bad. So that is the trope-ical readathon for 2022. Phew, okay. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.